That's money, dude. That is money. What's up, you guys? God, this is my third time shooting this damn video. The other two times I went to upload, edit, all kind of stuff was corrupted and files lost, and anyway, it's a nightmare. But anyway, we're gonna go over the FanatiX from Killer Instinct today. Another great crossbow these guys put out. If you watch my other videos, you know that one of the things I really like about Killer Instinct the most, just in how they shoot, how they perform, their price range. Killer Instinct, I really think, makes crossbows for the working man, for the working woman. They're thinking about us. They're thinking about people who can't spend or don't want to spend in the thousands on crossbows and still get quality shots with quality material. So, being that this is the third time that I've made this video, like I said, we're not going to make it long. We're just going to go over the crossbow itself, the specs. I'll take the camera, we'll zoom in, talk about it a little bit, take some shots from 20 out to about 50. Winds howling today. It's steady around 25 mile an hour, gusting over 30. So we'll see what kind of groups we can hold. Throw a couple clips in here also of us actually getting out in the blind over this season and taking a few deer with it. All right, y'all, real quick before I take the camera, zoom in on this thing and show you how pretty she is. Let's go over these specs real quick. You'd think since this is my third time, I'd have it memorized. But so speed up to 415 feet per second. My chronograph is broke because I fell on it. Don't ask. But anyway, I'll give y'all some info after this, these specs here in a minute on the chronograph. My speeds were off, okay? I was shooting faster than what my chronograph was saying. But anyways, kinetic energy, 141.53 foot-pounds. Trigger pull, 3.5 pounds. When she's uncocked, she's 10 3/4. When she's cocked, she's 6 3/4 axle to axle. Overall length of 35 inches. It does have an adjustable buttstock, and we'll show you that. Weighs 8 pounds by itself without the scope. Weighs a little bit more than that. I haven't weighed it. It don't weigh that much. It's not a backbreaker. Draw weight, you got 195 pounds of draw weight. And your power stroke is 15 inches. Now, I told you I was going to tell you about the chrono. So, after I broke mine, I wanted to see some speeds on my Matthews, on my compound bow, and I went ahead and took these crossbows, this one and actually the Temper X with me, to one of the local archery shops. And yeah, my chronograph was averaging about 13, 14 feet per second slower than what they're actually shooting. So if you go back and look at some of the videos, speeds are way better than what I was showing, which didn't bother me anyway because they were shooting good. But to verify that, it's nice. So I need you guys, make sure you subscribe and like, give us some comments and share this so we can get these videos out. I need to get me to the chronograph. I want to get one of them Garmin's. Those things tend to be a whole lot more accurate, but they're also very expensive. Now look what the wind's done. Taking my grandson's little play area there, blowing it over. Ah, dang it. Mama said to stake it in. I said I wouldn't need to, so looks like she wins again. All right, y'all, we're gonna make this real simple. Starting in the back, got your buttstock, got your over molding on the top. Right here is real comfortable. Got your slot here for your crank, optional crank if you want to get. Again, this is an adjustable buttstock. Simply push right here, slide it back and forth. It's not a typical buffer tube style. This is specific to this stock. Come over here, you got your slots for your rope cocker groove. It tells you right there. Got your ambidextrous safety. Sorry about the camera work there. Now, this is not the scope that came with it. This is the max view scope that I did purchase. I like this scope a lot, mainly because of the speed ring. It does come with the Lumix, which is an excellent scope. I had no issues with it. I just recently purchased this and put it on here just because I wanted a better field of view. This is a 30 millimeter tube, so it allows more light in. Actually, the crosshairs inside go out to 150 yards is what it's marked to. I have to see if we can do that one day. Come down here to the stock. Again, you know, it's got a good texture stock. Got a good cool look to it. Nothing too fancy. Got the over molding on the handle. It's real comfortable in the hand. Now, this is a two-piece stock. So your rail is aluminum and the rest of your stock is composite. Come up here to the foregrip. I do have it in the bog pot. I'll take it out in a minute. This is adjustable. You can slide it forward and back. I like it because this is nice. It's a big handle. Big handle. It's and it sits real flat inside that bog pod. Gives it a good grip. It's not just gripping to a little piece of a rubber or something. I mean, it's gripping onto the whole thing. I'll show you that here in a little bit. So I've had this probably since October maybe, which is my bad not getting the video out. But I have shot the piss out of this thing. I have shot this, again, through the season, shooting some animals, coming out here, different fletching options, all kinds of stuff. I have shot the hell out of it. And if you look, there is no problem with these strings. Now, if you see that little string separation right there, that is 100% normal on any of these crossbows that have the narrow limbs. That is such a hard angle. It's going to wind up kind of separating it a little bit, but it does no damage to the string at all, to the main string underneath it. Does nothing to the knock of the arrow. It's no issues, 100%. On my other crossbow, the Temper X, I shot it so much, I wound up just reserving it myself. I think everybody needs to learn how to reserve their strings. Probably the most important part of this crossbow, shooting as well as it does, are these X cams. These X cams, they always stay in time. They'll always stay in sync. You don't have to worry about timing issues. You'll never have problems with it. Over 50% let off when you're cocking this thing back too. 195-pound draw weight, it doesn't feel that way at all. Of course, it comes with the little limb dampeners, your string stops. Killer Instinct. Yeah, if you probably notice on here, I've got rail lube everywhere. I keep this thing lubed probably too much. A lot of the times I was getting it hung back in here in this trigger area. I had to clean that out. But again, you know, it's nothing fancy, but it's just a good shooting crossbow. And I don't mean anything bad about that, the Killer Instinct, but everything it says it can do, it does. All right, y'all, so I will leave some links below in the description on where you can find the FanatiX from Killer Instinct, a couple different places. Also, make sure I do leave Killer Instinct's info in there. You can go check them out. Again, these things are running around between $400 and $450 with the package. Now, that is just the crossbow by itself, the cocking rope, comes with some rail lube, some wax, 3 of the hyper bolts, and the Lumix scope, not the Max View. But I highly suggest checking out the Max View scope as well. All right, let's do some shooting real quick. We'll start out at 20 and see how far we can move out before the wind blows us all around, what kind of groups we can hold. And after we get done shooting, I want to go over my bolt combination on what I've changed that's really helped out where I live. And I say where I live because it's always windy. Always windy. And this has helped out a bunch. All right, we're going to start off 20 yards. Wind shouldn't hurt us at 20. Not a bad group. Who? Okay. All right, y'all. So I started shooting at 20, and I'm already hitting bolts. So before I damage any more, if I'm going to damage any, I want to damage them out a further distance. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this target, move it out to 40, maybe a little further, do some shooting. I screwed up and moved my speed ring. So if I'm not dead on the middle, we're just going to look for groups. We can always adjust the sights later. All right, y'all. So out there, little past 40 yards. Of course, we're going to be sitting right here, letting them fly. Let's see what kind of groups we can handle. Like I said, I'm moved my damn speed ring, so ain't no telling what it messed up. Probably going to send one into the lawn at first. You don't have any fuel in that thing.
Because Mom said you used to get the discount card for it. All right.
We're right over the top, so let me go see if I can find that bolt real quick. So I didn't find my bolt. That was my mess up. Since I moved that scope ring, I didn't have the lock on it. I was assuming it was going to shoot a little bit off, so I used my 50-yard pin and shot right over the top. So I'm going to go back to using the pin that I should have in the first place, instead of guessing. Whew. That's money, dude. That is money. Zoom y'all in real quick and check that out. That was a lucky guess on where I put that speed ring. See if I can zoom you in. I mean, that's damn near perfect. That was a pretty good guess. All right, they all felt like good squeezes. Let me zoom down there. Or better yet, let's go take a trip. Go check them out. It's a lot better than I thought. So what happened was, looks like it. Okay. So here's what happened. It hit and kind of angled down. No, that's all. Man, I mean, that's maybe an inch of group. That's not bad at all. Being at 40 yards over to here, with the wind the way it is, I don't know if y'all can really see it. That's pretty good. I told you I'll tell you what I do to my arrows that helps me out with performance. Killer Instincts makes some real good bolts. They really do. If you go on their website, you got some different options. But the hypers that come in, they come in with 66 grain inserts. All I do is change those out to 110 and I put 125 grain field tips on. Reason I do, I'm not chasing that almighty heavy ranch fairy weight. I'm just trying to keep enough weight up front that it helps with that arrow. Keeps the FOC up a little bit. I don't get caught up too much in it, but I've noticed that with the heavier front end, she just tends to fly better. And it's easier on the strings, easier on the limbs. When you shoot a heavier bolt through a crossbow, you can just tell it just feels so much smoother, less vibration. Again, Killer Instinct says you can shoot down to a 370 grain. I've shot those. I like them, to get them wrong, they're fast, they're pretty accurate, but if I'm going to be going out shooting a further distance and going after some bigger game, I just want something a little heavier up front. Again, I don't go crazy with that ranch fairy weight. I don't want no 600 or 700 grain bolt, but this comes out to 457 grains the way it sits right here with that 110 grain insert, 125 grain field point, and these different fletchings I put on there. The fletchings that's provided are just fine. It's just a preference of mine. I like that black look, that black, white, and red. But that's my preference. That's what I do. You don't have to do that. You're going to shoot good groups just the way it comes out of the box. All right, y'all, starting to get a little bit nippy. Wind's starting to pick up even more. It's supposed to drop down to about 36 tonight, which is, may not be cold where you're at, but it's cold where we're at. You get all that wind with it, it gets pretty nippy. So anyway, appreciate you guys sticking around. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Give us that thumbs up. Drop me some comments. Share the video, share the channel. Help the channel get out there. We're continuing to grow, man. It's all because of y'all. Appreciate it. Every chance you get, wet a line. Let an arrow fly, put some rounds down range. See y'all next time.